Chicago day 2. It is so cold this morning. It's -1. Apparently feels like -7. And I've got 4 layers on and it's not helping. But the sun's out and it looks beautiful. So I'm going to go find some breakfast. This building's strange. So Chicago Tribune, it's the local paper, and it's got this beautiful building attached to it. But bizarrely, when they built this, they, the architect, designer and owner said that, well, the owner said he wanted bits of other famous buildings put in the wall, and that he would, he just didn't mind how they got them as long as it's by fair means. And so here's bits of things like Notre Dame in Rouen, bits of the church. It's so strange. But it's a beautiful building and it's a gorgeous day. The Chicago Tribune Tower with a bit of Edinburgh Castle in it. How do you get that by fair means? Look at that, a stone from Westminster Abbey. I don't believe you could just get stones from Westminster Abbey. He must have had someone who could take them away. But there's loads of them. Taj Mahal, Great Wall of China. Amazing. Right, I've got a long walk along here now. And how they wash buildings here. Window washers. High up, hanging off the side of the building. So this tower is a water tower among these skyscrapers. And the reason it's never been redeveloped or changed or anything is there was a great fire in 1871 where all the other buildings in Chicago burnt down, except this water tower. So it kept it as a symbol of, you know, resilience and hope. It's kind of beautiful, but I kind of think it's dwarfed by all these massive skyscrapers, and no one seems to care what it is. It's an amazing fire station, like proper old school, almost like out of a movie. Beautiful. And right behind me, the Museum of Contemporary Art. So I asked ChatGPT to suggest breakfast for me again, and for some reason it loves wild berry pancakes and cafe. So I'm doing everything by ChatGPT, and it's a different location. Oh, that's good. And I guess it's because I'm going here later that they thought I'd want to eat here first. So breakfast it is.
Yeah, we do. You give me wife, brothers, and sisters.
So the Contemporary Art Gallery is really good. Half closed because they're reinstalling, but discovered 2 new artists who've never heard of before, but who are absolutely brilliant and really thought-provoking, fascinating video work, really good video work. I'm not a big fan of videos normally, but they kept me in there. I mean, I was in there for almost 2 hours. There's really only 3 artists to see. So that was really good. And then this hotel, so obviously my trip I was meant to go last summer, and this was the hotel I had booked, which I'm kind of glad I didn't book in. I didn't come to in the end, because it's actually the wrong part of Chicago. It's quite on the edge of Chicago. I'm right at the north end of the city now, whereas my hotel now is right in the centre. So the Knickerbocker, which is where the dessert Knickerbocker Glory comes from. They invented it. Absolutely beautiful hotel. There you go. Fun facts. So this 1-storey building refused to sell its land to be developed instead sold its air rights, the rights above it, so that this building could be built. So they bought the air rights to this one-story building, which will forever stay one story. So you're probably wondering why I just filmed at that church. As you know, massive Julia Roberts fan, and yeah, great movie. I mean, I gotta be honest, never seen it, don't really like Julia Roberts, but there was a group of people going there and they're raving about it being a movie site, so I went to see it. Just a church, isn't it? Julia Roberts, that's like an early 2000s film, no one cares. Lobby of the hotel, which is really beautiful. Really nice hotel. It's marble. Oh, just come back to get a free coffee before I go on a walk. Free coffee. That is amazing. So Al Capone would just sit up here. That's incredible.
Right in public, yeah.
I'm sorry, you guys don't know.
Here, come on this side, do this side, and while you go, I'm a tour guide.
Tantra, Billie Holiday. In the 20s, one man in Chicago managed the contracts of every musician in Kenya. His name was Al Capone. In 1928, he had a bounty put on his head. In today's money, $750,000. He wanted to make sure he could still watch all the festivals.
So check this out. This is the hall in the Palmer Hotel where Al Capone used to hang out. I am on a ghost tour, a ghost and gangster tour, all by myself. So this is the City Cultural Centre, which was the library, and it's absolutely beautiful. This is a dome of glass, of Tiffany glass, as in, you know, Tiffany & Co, Tiffany lamps, and all the mosaics in here were designed by the founder of Tiffany's. It's absolutely beautiful. It's also where in The Untouchables, the film The Untouchables, Al Capone meets Elliot Ness on these stairs, which is incredible for film fanatics. And I've just had a tour of Gangsters and Ghosts, completely solo. No one else on the tour, just me. It was brilliant. Look at that. This is the public library. A public library in America. Incredible. Really cool. Must remember not to take my gun into the cold. So the top of that dome up there, that was where, oh god, this is that music. That was where Al Capone had his little speakeasy bar. So he would have all the people, all the kind of governors and city officials would meet up in that dome up there, and during Prohibition, be able to carry on drinking. It's really noisy. Inside that building, because there's a lot of crime going on, the people wanted to get in quickly and easily. There was a car elevator that took you up to the 19th floor. So you drive in at the bottom, drive onto an elevator, and it'd take them up to the 19th floor, just up there on the flat bit, where they wouldn't get caught by the police. So, down here is the back of a theatre. You can see all the fire escapes up there. So 100 years ago there was a performance in this theatre, and it was so popular because it had lots of special effects and pyrotechnics, and then And during the show, one of the pyrotechnics went wrong and set the theatre on light, and people tried to escape, but so many people escaped at once that these fire escapes collapsed, and 1,000 people were burnt alive or fell to their deaths here. And it was cold winter's night, so they turned this into the mortuary because the bodies just stayed out here. Lovely story, but it is why the illuminated exit sign was invented after this. The push fire escape was invented after this, and it's why there's capacity codes all over the city saying you're only allowed a certain amount of people in a room. It was a lovely, cheery story. And that is the front of the theatre that I just showed you the back of, where all those people died. And it's meant to be the most haunted theatre in America, and that is why they've got Harry Potter and the Cursed Child playing there. Very odd. So this sculpture is by Picasso, and he left it, or gave it to Chicago on the understanding that it had to always be displayed prominently in Chicago, and that children could play on it. There was going to be no ropes around it, there were going to be no do not climb signs. Children can do whatever they want on it and play on it. And he just gave it with no title, and the Americans just call it the Picasso. Didn't give it a name. And that is the court building, and that is City Hall. So that is looking west across Chicago. And that is a long way down. Okay, there is my hotel. There is Trump Tower. And actually, I'm all the way back here. And it is so high up. I mean, they are skyscrapers, but you are looking on the top of skyscrapers. Look how big that lake is. It is just incredible. It's so massive. But I am very high up, and it doesn't feel scary up here, to be honest. It will feel scary in a minute, though. So that's the journey I'm doing tomorrow. Setting off down there, 2,500 miles. No, that's terrifying. I couldn't swear up there, but that was really, really high. Really, really high. And quite terrifying. But worth the experience. Discovered on my tour, and I wasn't aware of, was there is a two-tier car system in Chicago. So there are, you see that bridge, there's some underneath, and the roads are like this, but underneath the roads is subterranean road tunnels under every road. Just had dinner and a drink or two, but I'm having early night because I'm going to get up first thing and go pick up my car and start the drive. I gotta say, Chicago, I do love Chicago. I could definitely come back here and explore more of the city. But it's weird because this is only the beginning of my trip. This was just to acclimatise myself. And it feels like I've been on holiday for ages. But tomorrow, the real journey begins. See you in the morning.
Everything's gonna be alright.